Hey everybody. Hi. Let's see if this is going on. Hold on just a second while we start. Hey there. How's everybody doing? Just working on getting my laptop so I can see your comments. So there we are, we're in business. Okay, I see myself and I got my sound. There we go. Hey, hi guys, how are you? Welcome to the Patty Rose Show. I'm Patty Rose and I am excited and on a mission to inspire, motivate, and empower you to live your best life and build the dream business of your dreams. I do believe in dreams and they do and can come true. But that's a story for another episode. Today is week 1 of a 4-week empowerment series and I'm super excited to be here with you. Today's topic, we are going to talk about how to overcome discouragement. And for dramatic effect, let me just say soul-sucking, energy-stifling, spirit-squashing discouragement that freaking stops you in your tracks from living the life that you're supposed to live and building the business that you know you have to share with the world. So, your zone of genius thing, that thing, the one you are sent here on the earth to do, and then you get discouraged, and it doesn't happen. So, why don't you grab your coffee or your favorite beverage? I know it's a little late on the East Coast for coffee, but that's my thing. So grab your favorite drink and tell me hello in the comments so that we can get to know each other a little bit and connect, and then we'll get started just as a few more people arrive. Hello, lovely Helen. How are you? It's so good to see you here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and feel free to leave me comments. I'm going to continue to check in. Hi, G, how are you? So glad you could be here. So I'm going to continually checking in with you, but like I said, today's topic is on discouragement, but it's not just about discouragement. It's how to overcome it, right? How to move through it or move past it if you happen to be stuck in that spiral that really just sucks the life out of you, or how to avoid it if you see it coming down the pike, right? Sometimes you can see it coming, and even if you don't see it coming. I'm going to share by the end of today 3 really, really simple, tangible action items that you could do right now, like literally with nothing but a pen or paper by yourself, to avoid it, to overcome it, to get through it. So let's get started. So, you know what? I grew up in a really, really strong Catholic family, right? My mom was a very devout Catholic, and, she was very faithful, and she taught us a lot about discouragement. And so discouragement is defined as a lack of confidence, a lack of enthusiasm. And I don't know if some of you may know, my thing is enthusiasm, right? That's my thing. So the opposite of that is discouragement, and also a dispiritedness. And so what I'm going to talk about a lot today is how to use this tool I'm going to share to overcome it for business, right? Because in entrepreneurship, we always have to have tools to reach for, to make changes, to make positive changes. And I love giving you the things that will help you make positive changes quickly. Oh, Ian's saying he can't. Okay, it's okay. stay with us, Ian, as long as you can. It's great to have you here. And hi, David. So, I love to give you those action items that you can do quickly. And even though I talk a lot about entrepreneurship, these are things that will apply in your daily life as well. So, it's like discouragement is this dirty little secret, right? It's like kind of thing you don't talk about. Nobody talks about discouragement, but the way I see it show up for my clients, as well as like the many, many times I've experienced it myself, it's this isolation, this self-judgment, isolation, comparison, comparing yourself or your level of progress to other people, right? It's got this really like quicksand way of pulling you down. So what I was telling you about my mom, she used to teach us about discouragement, like don't let it get under your skin, like don't give it a place to live. And she would call it the devil's greatest tool. And it doesn't matter if you believe in the devil or not. What I can tell you is discouragement will knock you down. But here's what else I know. I know, and you know this too, and I know this about you and about me, that you have some amazing bright gold inside you. Like you have the most amazing gifts to share with the world, and you're a freaking rock star. So how do we keep that rock star you up front and center? Because I know you're there, you know you're there, we all know that it's inside. So how do we keep it up front and center? So one of the ways I like to do this is with the brain dump. I'm going to sip my coffee. Is with the brain dump, right? I kind of think of it like this. Like, say you want to display a new vase or something new, or you want to switch up your decorations in your home for the holidays or for the season. You kind of can't do that until you clean up the clutter, right? You have to get rid of the shit that's sitting around, the books and the tissue boxes, and I'm looking around at all my stuff, right? You have to remove that. And once you remove it, you'll have a clearer line of sight on how you want to place things and how you want to put them out. And so that's what we need to do with this stuff, this clutter that's in our head, right? It's in our minds. And we're going to do that with a brain dump. I want you to go ahead with a pen and paper and just list out really fast and furious every single idea that you want to bring to life. Every single idea that you have in you that like this is the stuff in your heart and soul that this stuff can help someone else, can be beneficial to the world, can be like a community uprising. Like these are the things that people are changing the world with, and you have one of them in there. And so I want you to list every single one of them, all of them, all of them, all of them. Do not edit, do not spell check. Do not second guess any of them. Don't leave them off the list because nobody would ever do that. Nobody would ever call a company that, right? Like, just brain dump. Then, after you brain dump, the thing is, like, what do you do with all those many, many ideas, right? I'm just going to check my notes and make sure I'm on target here. So what do you do with all those ideas? If you just leave them on a piece of paper in your brain dump, here's what happens. You know what? Pop a comment, leave me a comment below if you resonate with this, if this makes sense to you. You have a great idea. Oh my God, I'm so excited. The enthusiasm. Maybe you jump up and down. Maybe you get butterflies. Maybe you tell your best friend. Maybe you write it in your journal, and then you start to think about all the pieces that it's going to take to put it together. You start to figure out, what the heck am I supposed to do with the tech? Like, how do I even set this up? Okay, I'm not even going to get into the tech piece of this today because, Oh my God, can I talk to you guys for a minute about tech? That's going to come up in another episode, so stay tuned for that. But you start to get overwhelmed. You don't know where to start. There's all these pieces. You're getting overwhelmed. And then you put it on the back burner. You put it on the back burner, and you know what happens when you put it on the back burner? You start to get upset with yourself that you didn't follow through. Oh, darn, it's another one of my ideas. I'm going to look flighty. I never do. I never finish. And that's where the discouragement seeps in, right? There was a little lack of confidence that seeped in, and then a little self-esteem kind of lowered. And then you had this self-doubt. And then what it all does is create this like landing pad for discouragement to come in and make itself at home. And so, you know, this is like super vicious cycle that I've seen so many times. And I know that the thing with these ideas is that they have to be really, really connected to something so meaningful. So you may have heard this, right? You may have heard of things like, you know, understanding your why in business, like really getting to the understanding of why you need to do something. But I mean, I've done these exercises my whole entire life, and they work. They're very, very important. I think the thing that's missing from these exercises is that it's got to be like a conviction. It's got to be something that's so strong and so incredibly powerful that nobody could shake you. So a lot of you may know that since last October, last fall, I was spending a lot of time caring for my sister, who was very sick, and she passed in this past April. And so I learned a ton about myself when I was caring for her and acting as her advocate, right? There were things about this interaction that were so steadfast that nothing else mattered. I mean, sure, my business mattered and my clients mattered, but she came first. My sister came first, and I will always, always be grateful for that time and for that understanding. And so when you really, really have the strength of conviction of why something is so important, then you can stand behind it full feet on the ground, plowing forward. And that's the stuff that dreams are made of. That's the stuff that, you know, life-changing moments are made of. So for the second part of this exercise, which I call your inspiration vault, by the way, and I'll tell you more about that, but your inspiration vault starts with your brain dump, and then it comes with figuring out which one of those ideas gets to be put to life. Bring it to life. Which one of those ideas is the one that's you're going to work with next? So the way I like to do this is to look at my list. I'll either take a pen, I'll take my finger, right, for each single item. Sometimes I close my eyes, but you want to feel the response, the physiological response that your body has to this one idea. Not all of them on the paper, just the one. Just look at the one and pause for a moment to feel it, right? So when you're doing this, by the way, some of them are going to be immediate. It's going to be like, ooh, what was I thinking? I'm never going to do that, right? It's going to be like, blah, blah. And then another one might be, I think I'll put a little tiny pen dot next to this one because I don't know, I could revisit it. But then there's going to be a few that just light you up, and you might get a spontaneous smile, you might get a butterfly, you might like kind of dance in your seat like I do, you might you know, it's this like having a knowing or a confidence about it, right? And so those three, this is the second step of the exercise, is to narrow it down to the three and like make it your own. Star it, exclamation point it, circle it, highlight it, give it color, bold it, do whatever you need to do to really bring it out. Top three. Later, we need to decide which one of those three come first and how long each one will take. So is this your goal for the month or the quarter or the year? You know, that's another step in determining what to do with those top three and which one comes first. But for this exercise, I'm really just honing in on your inspiration vault. I want you to the first brain dump and then narrow down to the top three. But those top three, they have to give you something, right? They have to make you feel something, right? So tell me if you guys feel that. I'm just going to check in with some comments here. Ooh, lots of comments. Hi, everybody. I love this. Helen, yes. Yes, I hear it. The back burner thing is like never ending, right? That back burner gets big. That back burner becomes like a storage unit, right? That back burner gets like, I own a building of back burner ideas. So the next piece after this step, oh, and by the way, I created an amazing, fun, playful journal worksheet for you that I'll share the link in here. You could grab it at pattyrose.com/goodies, GOODIES. And I just had so much fun with it. I think you'll like it. I think you'll have fun with it too. And it's just a way to kind of honor and stimulate your creativity in this process, because this should be fun, right? I mean, this should be a fun thing to be able to say, hey, look at all these freaking ideas I have. And so often idea generators are mislabeled, I think, mislabeled in that, you know, flighty or confused or unclear. And these are all episodes. Ooh, I got so much to say. But for now, go to pattyrose.com/goodies and you can grab my journal worksheet that gives you all three of these exercises. So we're going to get into that third exercise now in a second. And so the third exercise is, you know, I was saying before, when I was caring for my sister, there was a strength, right? I stepped in as her advocate. So there was a strength and a confidence in doing things that I probably, like, truthfully, I didn't know that I could do them. I didn't know I had it in me, but her well-being and her taking care of her needs was my upfront and center. And so this confidence came out of this conviction. So this third piece of this inspiration vault activity or exercise, if you call it, is to really list out the characteristics, your confidence characteristics of who you need to be and what those characteristics are, and what characteristics do you embody to be the person who's living that dream idea, to be the person who generated that idea, to give it life, to birth it. Who does that need to be? Do you need to have confidence, or do you need to build your self-esteem? Do you need to be joyful and happy? Do you need to embody fitness and health? Like, what are those parts of you that you need in order to make one of those top three happen? So one way to do this is just list, right? Off the top, you could list. Another way to do this is to write about, journal about a memory of a time when you did have that, right? A time when you were in that stand, when you were acting in that way and behaving in the way that those characteristics came through. And if you don't necessarily feel that you have a memory to go back to, then make up one. make up one. I mean, I can look at this thing and tell you I did not know I had it in me. And it was there. And it was there. And my sisters, my family, my sisters and my brother, like, they kind of joke with me and say I'm like a mama lion, like I'm a fierce lion. They all have a list. They said, whoever, you know, I want Patty first if I'm in the hospital. So it's kind of funny, but I didn't know I had it in me, right? So you could create it for yourself, because the truth of the matter is it is in there. Everything that you need to create what it is that you want is already within you. It's there. You have it. You own it. And this process can help you bring it to the forefront. And when we do this and when we stay in touch with these ideas and why they're important and who we are so that we can be living these ideas, there's no freaking room for discouragement. There's just no room. It may try, but you slap it out with another journal. You slap it out with a no way. This is the thing, and I'm doing it, right? Like you can avoid this. And if you're feeling discouraged, know that all the resources, they all fall into place, especially the tech stuff. It falls into place, and you can just hold on to knowing your truth, right? Know for you that you're that freaking rock star and that you have gold, like this gold that you need to share it with the world, because there are people who are waiting for you. It's like I said, it doesn't matter if it's one person or a community or you're going to change the world. That's your gift. It's your gift. It's your zone of genius. It's the thing that you came here to do. And discouragement has no fucking place. None in it. And I feel so passionate about this because I learned so much about myself in this past year helping my sister. But I was in a lot of self-doubt and question many times before that. Like for years, not 100% clear. And so I don't want you to wait until you have some stupid crisis. I want you to figure it out and be clear now, and to honor that for yourself now. And so I'm going to check the comments real quick. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Lisa. I think I can see them here too. Hi. Oh my gosh, look at all these lovely comments. Thank you, Melanie. I'm so glad to see you're here. Hi, Josie. Hi, Lisa. Oh my gosh, thank you all for being here. It's so exciting to be doing this and to feel so happy and excited about it. And I'm just going to remind you that my journal that I created for you is at pattyrose.com/goodies. It's part of my fun resources I'm going to be creating for you with these episodes. So this idea of discouragement is one that I just feel like not enough people are talking about how bad it feels, and that we don't even have to end up there. We don't even have to get there. So I'm gonna encourage you to join my list for my mailings and because I like to send uplifting things in my email to my subscribers. You can do that when you go to pattyrose.com/goodies. Also, send me a message. If you're in a tough place, don't do this alone. Don't go through it alone. If you need to talk, find somebody to talk to and send me a message, and I can help you find the resources that you might need. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the Patty Rose Show on how to overcome discouragement. And I will be back next week for episode 2 of this 4-week empowerment series. And next week I'm going to be a little bit earlier in the day, which will probably go better with my coffee. But I'm going to be here a little bit earlier in the day at 4 o'clock on Thursday. If you want to mark your calendars, I would so love to have you come back. And I will be right here on my page once again at 4 o'clock on Thursday next week. I'm going to check my comments real quick. Thank you, Melanie. Hi, Ivor. How you doing? Hi, Helen. Oh, thanks, Helen. Helen got the journal. I hope you like it. I really made it fun and playful and colorful because I wanted to stimulate creativity and happiness and all the things that are opposite of discouragement. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a really amazing rest of the week and weekend, and I will see you next Thursday at 4 o'clock right here for the Patty Rose Show, episode 2. Take care. Bye. Bye. Thanks, honey. Honey's telling me I did a great show. Thank you, honey. Thanks, G. Love you. I love all the hearts. Oh, I gotta stay for one more burst of hearts. How about hearts, everybody? Yay, hearts. Oh, thank you, guys. See you real soon. Hey, by the way, if you're on the replay, just keep leaving comments. I'll come back and chat with you. Okay.